Texas, stop number 3 of the Budweiser Jet Sports Tour. Todd Harris, Chuck Kuntz, and Larry Rippenkroger. This is the race of the day. Moto number 2 Pro Runabout. We combine the finishes from each moto. That gives us an overall for the day. And right now, Chuck Kuntz, you'd have to say Bill Pointer was in the driver's seat.
Well, they're sitting on that starting line in the order they finished Moto number 1. So Pointer's on the pole. Kanamori's next to it. They get a tremendous drive off the line. And you can see how much water gets kicked up from those jet pumps as they get to the first turn.
It is Chris Fischetti, boat number 300, who gets the whole shot, and that's got to make him feel good after a disastrous start in Moto number 1. Fischetti will take them into the clean water of Moto number 2, and this is where the points become a premium. Coming into this event, the Flying Fish was tied for first overall with Dustin Farthing, so a win in Moto number 2 could do great things for his point standings.
Well, Chris Fischetti finished 5th in Moto number 1, while Farthing had to settle for 12th, so that's a tremendous boost for Fischetti, now sitting in the number 1 spot in Moto number 2. He's got to be in the driver's seat.
Well, a lot of work still to go, including keeping Minoru Kanamori off your back door. Kanamori sitting in 2nd place where he finished Moto number 1, and I'm sure he'd like to finish for the 1st place in Moto number 2, but right now it's all the fish.
Right now the driver's seat's Minoru Kanamori, because if he can stay in 2nd with 2 second-place finishes, he would gain the overall for the day. With Bill Pointer being back about 5th place, we're going to take a look at this start. Pointer gets a good jump, so does Kanamori, but the fish over there in that number 5 hole puts on a tremendous drive. Bonacci now trying to get to the inside. The 2 Kawasaki's teamed up. They bump going to the first turn, and that's Fischetti blowing around him on the outside. He's going to that buoy first. He's got the number 1 spot.
Bill Pointer talked about getting pinched off, having the pole position. That may have happened. Meanwhile, Minoru Kanamori getting a little aggressive ride right up on the back of the fish as they make this right-hand turn. A little too close, Chuck, but some people say, hey, that's racing.
And that is racing. He kind of rubs the back door. Fischetti takes a look back to see just what went on, but he's able to keep that throttle clamped and move on away, and he's opened up a nice lead.
So no harm, no foul. If Fischetti's boat starts having problems, it may have been from that collision, but right now, Chuck Kuntz, it looks like Chris Fischetti's boat is running perfectly.
Well, the rocket ship racing Sea-Doo of Chris Fischetti goes to the inside split. Minoru Kanamori's going to roll the dice quick. He's taking the outside split. They're going to work their way through this option section of the course, merge together down on the front straightaway, and let's see if Kanamori rolls a Yahtzee or he comes up 2nd best.
Well, he's going to have to settle for 2nd place. It didn't pay off this time, but Minoru Kanamori's not one of those guys who says, hey, if I stay in 2nd, I've got the overall. I'm sure he's looking for a Moto 2 win.
Yeah, but 2nd place is not what Minoru Kanamori wants. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd place between Jeff Prieur and Derek Punchard. Prieur, we haven't talked about. He's aboard that hot seat Polaris. Punchard aboard the West Coast Sea-Doo. Prieur, a former world champion in the sport class.
Jeff Prieur, like many others, making his way over to the runabout class and having some success. Once he gets the bugs worked out, he is definitely a rider to beware of. Derek Punchard sitting in 4th place on board the West Coast Performance Sea-Doo, having some success as well with his teammate Tom Bonacci sitting in 6th place. In between them, it's Bill Pointer.
And Todd, my unofficial calculations right now, if they stay in this running order, the overall would go to Kanamori. 2nd place overall to Fischetti, while Pointer would pick up 3rd, and Punchard with a 3rd and a 4th would get the 4th overall.
Meanwhile, Jeff Prieur currently sitting in 3rd on the Polaris, and we've seen and heard some good things from the Polaris camp.
Well, at the World Finals last year, Polaris put together an effort, and they said it was going to be a do-or-die effort. They did good at the World Finals, and here they are, a full-blown effort.
Bill Pointer getting together with Tom Bonacci as they come down the front. Bonacci just making some room for himself. Pointer will have nothing to do with it, and they continue to rail as they make their way back out on the track. And Tom Bonacci, blame it on the food, blame it on the heat. Strange things are happening in Texas, Chuck Kuntz.
Much like you said in the opening, strange things can happen down here, and they are. That was some tremendous infighting for position on the race course.
Tom Bonacci sitting in 6th, Bill Pointer sitting in 5th, and that would have been a big move. If Bonacci was able to take over Pointer's position, it probably would have knocked Pointer out of the overall for the day.
Well, let's take a look at this in slow motion. You can see Bonacci coming up on the inside, or the outside actually, of Pointer's. They come down that front straightaway, and they just got the rails locked. Pointer gives him a little bump, pushes Bonacci wide, but Bonacci comes right back and gives him a knock. Puts Pointer directly on line to the next buoy, and Pointer able to pull away. Take a listen from Bonacci's boat to this action.
boys at the paint shop are going to like that one on Monday, but as you say, that's racing. Bill Pointer continues to hold down that 5th place position minus a little paint. Tom Bonacci sits in 6th place. Our current leader, though, the Flying Fish, his paint job intact, not having any problem whatsoever. He is the leader of Moto number 2. The flag is out, and out comes a modified Fischetti Superman as he takes home the win in Dallas. Chris Fischetti winning Moto number 2 in the Pro Runabout class. In 2nd place, it's Minoru Kanamori, and it looks like he will take home the overall for the day. In 3rd, it's Prieur, followed by Punchard, Bill Pointer in 5th, and Tom Bonacci in 6th. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas, the conclusion of stop number 3, where moments ago it was the Flying Fish living up to his name as he brought his boat across the finish line. Chris Fischetti takes home the win in Moto number 2 in what you might call high fashion. Let's go down beachside to Larry Rippenkroger, who is standing by with our winner, Chris Fischetti. Larry.
A great ride in the second moto, Chris. Congratulations on a good comeback.
Woo, yeah, that was sweet. I like that one. A little bit on the outside, and we put the horsepower to the water, and the water up in front of everybody else, and I brought that one home.
Congratulations to Chris Fischetti. The overall for the day goes to Minoru Kanamori. He's followed by Chris Fischetti, Bill Pointer, Derek Punchard, and Tom Bonacci. Our current tour standings after 3 events look like this. The overall points leader, once again, it's the Flying Fish with 166 points, followed by Kanamori, Farthing, Bonacci, and Pointer. That'll conclude Dallas, Texas. For Chuck Kuntz and Larry Rippenkroger, I'm Todd Harris. We'll see you stop number 4, San Diego, California. The West Coast Performance Nationals are brought to you by Budweiser. Budweiser, the king of beers.
And be sure to visit bombereyewear.com. Live funner.